This is day 61 of Living Grace, Walk in Love by Bob Goff. If you've yet to check out this series or our other series, Jesus Calling by Sarah Young, I highly suggest both of them. These are both 365-day devotionals. If you'd like, keep up with us here or grab your own copy. Either way, God bless. Day 61, chapter 61 says, when we love people we disagree with, it turns our faith into a living biography. Matthew chapter 7, verse 24 says, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. In one of Jesus' most popular sermons, he told people how to become love. He told them to be humble. He urged them to turn the other cheek when someone came swinging. He said to give their stuff away, not to store it up here on earth. But the most radical part of the sermon was this. He told people to love their enemies. Jesus said it's easy to love someone who loves us back. Anyone can do that. But we're to love those who don't love us back, even those who have it out for us. I think we water down Jesus' call to love our enemies by thinking of them in broad and extreme categories, like people in countries we're at war with, terrorists, leaders of drug cartels, criminals who have done great harm. A person walking their dog isn't your enemy, right? A teacher you've never had but have heard stories about how strict they are isn't actually an enemy. How can they be when you don't know them? Here's the thing. I think our enemies aren't just the extreme examples that come to mind. They are the people who make us crazy. They annoy us with their insincere words or their rash behaviors. They're the bosses who call us into the office on holidays or the parents who gossip about our kids. These are the ones we enjoy the least and disagree with the most. Whoever it is, Jesus told us, they're the ones who will show us how real our faith is. The way we treat people is a report card on how far we've come in turning our beliefs into our biographies. Even when we're sure they're in the wrong, we have an opportunity to remember God's response to us when we were even wrong, or even more wrong. It was total grace. Loving our enemies is a hard test to pass. But when we do it right, we show ourselves to be eager students at the feet of a great and compassionate teacher. Amen. The questions that we ask you to sit with for a couple of minutes after the fact that correlate with today's devotional are, who's the most difficult person for you to love these days? And the follow-up question is, what can you do to draw closer to loving them this week? There are so many acts of service. There's so many ways in a sense of normal conversation, response, reaction, right? What you give, you get. So don't get uptight. Don't get mad if they do something. Let them walk off, and God's going to judge correctly, I promise you. God bless.